You guys might get a thing that you have to accept to continue when I record. All right, so let's get started. So there's no kind of formal kind of process here. I can start the slideshow, and then anyone who wants to chime in, we can unmute yourselves and provide any commentary. Let's get started. So first of all, thanks everyone for being here on Mama or Nani, or his 100th birthday, which just passed last Sunday. So without her, literally all of us would never be here. So we have a lot to thank for her about that. I'm going to share my screen. Yes. Can you guys see? Thumbs up, I guess, if you can. Yeah. All right. So on Sunday, Amina Khanoo Kanji would have been 100 years old. Throughout her life, she lived in 4 countries, had 8 kids, had 15 grandkids, and has 24 and potentially counting grandkids. And this is kind of the whole list of her family from her on down based on birth order of her kids, and that's continued forward. So everyone knows the 8 siblings: Shirin Auntie, Dr. Auntie, my dad, Yasmin Auntie, Fazil Auntie, Chacha, Sugra Auntie, and Chini Auntie, and then all their kids, and then all the kids from there. So talking to some of you, finding out where she lived. Oh, hang on. 1 second.
No, she didn't live in Mamshi.
I'm letting Shirin Auntie in. So yeah, some people, this is interesting because she was born in India. Some of the family says she was born in Akola. Some of them say she was born in Jamnagar, and then got married in Bombay, had all the kids there, and then moved to East Pakistan. So, and that's where things kind of get kind of fuzzy. Some of the brothers and sisters say that she lived in Mymensingh. Some of them that said she lived in Dhaka and Chittagong only.
She didn't live in Mamshi.
So that's something that you guys will have to fight over because we weren't there, the younger ones. Then during the war, she came to Karachi, spent a few years there, and then ultimately moved to Canada, spending time going primarily in Toronto, but going to Vancouver as well. Malik, are you there? I let you in. You might be on mute.
Yeah, we can hear the sound on the phone, so I hope Shirin can hear everything you're saying.
Okay, perfect.
Talk to her.
So 100 years ago, Amina Khanoo Kamdar was born in Jamnagar to Nur Muhammad and Jenabai Kamdar. And the story goes that she was very close to the Raja's kids and kind of grew up with them. And then the family moved to Akola at some point in time. So she was the oldest of 9 children. There's 5 sisters and 4 brothers, and 3 of them are still with us. So this is, from my understanding, the birth order. Amina, then Abdul Ali, Shirin, Guli Auntie, Parin Auntie, Amar Uncle, Shamshar Mama, Tilu Auntie, and then Rimtula Mama. That's what I call them.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
guys might have different terms as well. So she was married at the ripe old age of 15 years old. And Dada, he was 16 at the time. So all the great grandkids, it looks like half of them already passed this age. So what are you guys up to? Get a move on. So anyone can chime in as well. Whether they were born in, whether they were married in Akola or in Bombay. Or married in Akola and then moved to Bombay, but that's kind of where the foundation of the Kanji Khandan started taking place. Some photos of Dada and Mama throughout the years. Yeah, someone was speaking. And this, I believe, is the earliest known photo of all 8 brothers and sisters with their the oldest a photo known of all the 8 brothers and sisters together with their parents. If anyone does find any more in their closets or kind of in old family albums, please take screenshots with your phone and send them out. We'd love to see them. So starting with the eldest, Sharon, Malik, do you know if Sharon Auntie can hear? Can you check? Malik, you're on mute, so we can't hear you.
Yeah, she's on the conference line, but I'm calling out to her. She's not responding, so
okay.
Maybe continue.
Okay. So roughly chime in at any point here with any memories or anything like that. So Sharon Auntie was born July 25th, 1936. Mm-hmm. The eldest of Mama's children. And here's a little quote from her. My mom's nature was one of innocence, and she would easily forgive. She did not hold grudges or bear enmity with anyone. Due to her humble nature, she would not feel bad even when scolded by her own children. I can definitely see that happening. Some photos, and anyone at all wants to chime in as well at any point in time, feel free. Just to make sure you unmute.
Way too many pictures.
I don't know if Sharon Auntie can hear, but I guess we'll all be indebted to her taking care of Mama pretty much for most of the time after Dada passed away in 93. Some favorite recipes. On the top left, Rafik that you Sadr uncle. Is it Nuri Mami? Nurbanu?
Nurbanu or
Nurbanu, yeah. Nuranti, yeah.
Nurbanu,
yeah. On the right. And feel free to laugh at everyone's hair back in the 80s. More birthday celebrations. I don't know what, I guess Chacha or Shani Auntie, what year was that on the bottom right with Mama's birthday? 84, 85, 85th birthday? So the second child was Dr. Auntie, or some people know her as Sherbanu, born January 1939. And a quote from Dr. Auntie. I remember her 80th birthday celebration well. She thoroughly enjoyed the Greek food for dinner and the surprise at Nuru's house. When she saw Shirley, she froze. That really scared us all, and we hoped she would not collapse. And I don't know if you'd like to read this, Dr. Auntie, or Shehzad even. This is a little memory from Dr. Auntie from her childhood when she was back in medical school. Remember to go off of mute if you need to speak.
I'll read it for my mom.
Okay.
It says, I recall mommy as being the most loving and caring mother. When I was in medical school in Dhaka, I used to go back home to Chittagong every 6 months for 2 days, and she would always make me my favorite food, gosh pulao and gas ka halwa faluda. She knew what each of her kids liked, so she would make those snacks for us to make us happy. I remember her making puri and cheva for me, puri for Umbrin, and chilla for Sheju. What stands out to me are the celebrations. She was completely surprised at her 80th birthday. She was so very happy at Salim's wedding and beaming with joy. She also had a really good time on the cruise. She would say that it did not feel that she was in a boat, but it felt like she was in a house. I will never forget when she was in the pool sipping margaritas. They were non-alcoholic, just so
That's what you think, yeah?
Yeah.
That's some great memories there. Thank you, Dr. Andy. Some photos throughout the years. And then that chilla recipe is here as well, that Shazad mentioned. Some other favorite recipes. I think on the top left there, that's pictures with some of Mama's sisters.
That's Shirin. Shirin.
Yeah, if Shinyanti, if you know everyone there, feel free to list them out.
Tilwanti, Tilwanti.
And then this third child, Shirley, born in March 1941. And a quote from my dad, Mummy was a very good cook. If I wanted to eat something, I just had to ask, Mummy, please make me this. And she would never say no. I'm sure we all remember her gunpa. There's a common theme already here with food. And then there's a memory from my dad. And Dedi or Shokat or Ashu, did anyone want to read this?
Salim, go ahead.
Okay, she always took care of others. Mummy was simple, sweet, and very pious. Once she told me that I have never disobeyed your daddy, so I have nothing to fear. This was out of the blue. It shows how simple and honest she was in her daily life. I remember a story Aziz Masa, Hadi's dad, once told me. I will never forget your mom. We were worried when Hadi was born, as he was Shirin Masi's first child. Your mom stayed with us for a week after he was born and helped us, even though she had her own family to take care of. She was a very big help when we needed it most. Another memory I have is when it was cold and rainy in Chittagong. I would ask her to make bhajiyas, and instantly they would appear. I remember Mummy and Daddy daily in my prayers and miss them a lot. Let's hope and pray they are both with Mola and in peace. Ameen. It's a memory from Ashu. Ashu, did you want to read that?
Go ahead, you read it. Go.
Okay. Hey, Mickey. I wanted to share some of my memories of Mama. Two of my favorite things that Mama made were her chevra and aradyas. They were so yummy and made with lots of love. I also remember helping her make rotis and remember that she said it was okay if my rotis weren't brown as long as I was trying my best. I remember that we used to watch Days of Our Lives together whenever possible. She used to tell me that she liked Bo and Hope together. We also loved watching The Price is Right together. Another memory that I remember well is after I bought my first record, Tony Basil's first album. I came home and showed it to Mama and she listened to Hey Mickey with me. Mama, you were the best and always wanted to see your children and potas and potis happy.
Thanks, Ashley.
You're welcome.
Pictures of the different weddings. And then some recipes as well from the family.
And her.
I know several of you are furiously writing down, but don't worry, we'll send this out afterwards.
How many recipes did she do? This was
I think on the right-hand side, that's for Zana and Ashu with Mama. And at the bottom, that's in LA, I believe. We were there at Dr. Auntie's house in 1980.
she's always in this.
Oops. And then Yasmin Auntie, number 4 on the list in the order of children, born in August 1942. And a quote from Yasmin Auntie. I remember her saying, and I'm going to get this wrong, "Upkar par upkar to sabkar par upkar karo," which means do good to someone who does good. But if someone does bad and hurts you, don't hurt him, but be good so he learns a lesson. And then there's a memory from Yasmin Auntie. Did you want to read that?
She was a very good human being, kind, cheerful, patient, honest, loving, helpful, and caring. She loved traveling, embroidery, and dressing. Also, she loved cooking and taught all her daughters, who are all very good cooks now. She taught her 8 kids to be good, honest, caring, hardworking, and helpful. She taught us to not hold grudges against anyone, to always forgive and forget, as life is very short. Be happy and enjoy. Because of her, we brothers and sisters are very close to each other. Suddenly, on 21st March 2005, she felt very sick. She had a heart attack and later a stroke. She was admitted to the hospital. She did not get well after that and was admitted to a home. I went to see her and help her for 2 weeks. She passed away in the home on November 27th, 2006. We miss her so much.
Thank you, Yasmin Auntie. Some photos from Yasmin Auntie's family.
Oh my God, look at that.
Some recipes.
This was
I think Sharon said that's Sahir in Mama's lap there.
remember 13.
And then Fazlin Auntie
For me that.
from November 1944. My mother was a simple person. She was kind, patient, caring, and loving. She loved people and was always ready to lend a helping hand to anyone and everyone. Fazlin Auntie. And Fazlin Auntie, did you want to read your memory?
It's pretty long. I'll just read a little bit of it.
Sure. Okay.
As a child, I did not like bread. My mom knew this, of course, and she always made sure that there was some roti for me for my breakfast the next morning. She shared her love of cooking and enjoyed sharing her cooking skills with others. She was interested in others' recipes and their version of a dish. I remember that she was in the habit of giving advice to us kids as her own actions and behavior were an example for us to follow. Still, some things she said have stuck with me. When you have pots and pans, they will clang, no doubt, sometimes. There are people around you and you may not like them and also disagree with them, but you have to, I can't see the bottom of it.
You have to respect them and their ideas and views.
Okay, all right. That's good enough, thanks.
Okay, thank you, President Andy.
Mhm.
There's also more food about onion rings and fish fillets in your memories. And some pictures. I think that's Malik on the right. Yes, he's that old. They only had black and white back then. And then Farzana, did you want to read your memory?
I think it's a little long, isn't it? There's more to it than the one screen. So
Yeah.
I'll just read a little bit, and if you can scroll, I want to read the last paragraph.
Sure, okay.
So I'll let you know when to scroll.
Okay.
Meri pyari Nani, my dearest Nani, I should really have a lot more memories of you than I do, but even the few that I have form a precious treasure chest for me. Mama keeps telling me of all the time I spent with you in the first 5 years of my life. Unfortunately, I can't recall it, but Mama's recollections always make me feel happy. Traveling to Karachi from East Africa and spending time with you, Nana, our aunts, uncles, cousins, and on one occasion, even Badi Nani was like home from home. Your smile, your patience, your interest in all of us, your meals, your neat sari, your unflappability. Thank you for all of it. I just wish you had left an instruction manual for us. If you can
The next
move
page.
on then, Salim.
Yeah.
Okay. Mama says, no, hang on, sorry. I didn't see you much after toing and froing to Vancouver a little bit. I didn't see you when you got unwell and went into the nursing home. I know your last few years were awful. I found it hard to understand how fate could treat someone as good and kind as you so harshly. I'm very sorry that I did not visit, but I think that you would want me to think of life as full of learnings rather than mistakes. And I so hope that my decisions in the future will be informed by this experience. Mama says you were simple. I think you were just so authentic, so genuine, so content. And I loved the way you wholeheartedly admired the goodness, skills, and talents of other people. So, Meri Pyari Nani, shukar for being you, for all these sweet memories, and most of all, for all the learnings.
Thanks, Farzana. And we also have a memory from Malik as well. Did you want to read that?
Yeah, I'll read a part of it. Warmth, kindness, devotion, loyalty. It's difficult to separate the memories of Nani from those of Nana, as for me, they are so intertwined. It was always Nana and Nani. My primary memories are of the time we spent as an extended family with Dr. Auntie and family, Shani Auntie and Nana in Santa Monica, 1979 to 1980. That was such an idyllic time, at least for me, eating lots of ice cream and cake, going to school. I recall we used to tease Nani about how she said, Bija, something like that, and for some reason about going to Thrifties. From the earliest time I can remember, Nani used to move quite gingerly, but Nana would always remark, Lady Nani Dorothy T, and sure how active she was when younger. It was another aspect to her life story that clearly the grandkids did not get to experience. But what we did get to experience was quite special.
Thanks, Malik. Some recipes from President Auntie. Pierre uncle's hair in that picture, and Ninda uncle's hair. I guess Bahadur uncle's hair too.
Wow.
That's
Hang on here for a second, Dylan, please.
Yep.
Thanks.
Yeah. And then Chacha, or Nuru, second son, born in March 1947. A quote from Chacha: "I would like to remember my mom as calm and patient, very pleasant and amicable, loving and caring, never saying or thinking bad of anyone, and always wishing and doing good for others." We have some memories. Chacha, did you want to read yours?
Okay. During her days in Chittagong, she served her community well in various capabilities, especially with social work. She was the senior patriarchal figure in the Kanji Kamdar family and had the respect of all. It was so much fun growing up with all the cousins from both mom's and dad's side of the family. We are still in touch with each other. I was into sports, and I remember mommy saying, "Nuru karo thai vinno." She was afraid I might get sunburned staying in the playing cricket or other sports. Mommy was an excellent cook, and some of my favorites were chini roti, ghee kela with or without coconut, kansar, all the various sparks, churme ka laddu, half gosh, goa curry, and mitha bhajia, gulgule. Not to forget that the whole family used to pitch in when lasan was on the menu. It's a vague memory, but I still think it's the truth. If I'm wrong, please let me know. A couple of other things I remember while growing up is a regular regimen that mommy had of making sure everyone took the bitter medicine called karu karwato once a month, and also raw egg yolks every morning in the cooler season. I went to Dhaka from 65 to 69 for my engineering studies. I remember the trip I took to Chittagong in 68 when mommy had an angina attack. That was an emotional visit, and it was shocking and scary to see mommy, who was so energetic and always on her feet, now so sick and bedridden. She came out nicely through that and took care of herself after that. In 1970, I left for Chicago for higher studies. Soon after that, East Pakistan broke away from Pakistan and became independent Bangladesh. The rest of the family migrated to Karachi. Shani and mommy visited me in Chicago in September 73. It was a pleasure to show them around Chicago. You want me to read the rest?
Oh, yeah, if you want to, or parts of it, whichever you're comfortable with.
Okay. After that, we came to Toronto and I got my landed immigrant status. We were also happy when mommy and daddy got their immigration visas in 79 and joined us in Don Mills, Toronto. Mommy was a big help for Jasmine since Khadija had just been born. All of our daughters remember Dada and Mama and the love and laughter they shared with them, not to forget the goodies. Mommy and Daddy were also very happy when Shirin Bhai, Sadru Bhai, and Rafiq got the immigrant visas and came over from Calcutta. One big event that stands out is Mommy's surprise 80th birthday in Markham. She was definitely surprised to see all of us in one place. Everyone was so happy and we all had a great time. Okay, I'll skip the one here. Hats off to Shirin Bhai. Her and Mommy were good companions for each other, and she took really good care of Mommy in good health as well as when she got sick. We are all very grateful for her, for all her caring and big sacrifices. May Allah reward her and answer all of her prayers. Ameen. Nowruz Day 2005, Mommy had a stroke and went to Sunnybrook Hospital. They sent her to rehab afterwards and apparently was doing well. However, she fell in the washroom while there and an inborn fear grew in her since then. She had a rough time after that, especially in the long-term facility. The last few months, she was totally silent. She left us November 27th, 2006. May her soul rest in peace. Ameen.
Ameen. Thanks, Chacha. Some memories from Chachi. Did you want to read this?
Yeah, okay. Like a daughter. She always treated me like a daughter. She was very soft-spoken, kind-hearted, always smiling, and had a very loving heart. She never refused to cook, especially her theplas and aloo puri, and always had food ready for us all the time. One of my favorite dishes of hers was her white chicken. I was very fortunate to have her with us during time our children were growing up. She took care of Ambreen, Khadija, and Malika when they were young, and I was working. After Mummy and Daddy moved to seniors housing in Thorncliffe Park, I would drop off Malika on my way to work. Mummy would spoil Malika with a delicious food, especially her mango ras and roti. She will always be remembered in my heart, and I pray that her soul always rests in eternal peace. Amen.
I think every picture we have is with her with cake. And some memories from Umbrian, and also some from Kaden and Devin. Did you guys want to read that?
We were so very lucky to have had such a wonderful, kind, caring, loving woman in our lives. Mama was the epitome of selflessness. She always did so much for everyone else and never asked or expected anything in return. Mama was a fantastic cook and she loved to cook for others. She always remembered everyone's favorite foods, which was incredible considering there were so many of us. When anyone was coming, she always made sure that their favorites were on the table, bringing a smile to their faces. Some of my favorites were her rotis, especially her chini rotis, her aloo puris, kebabs, and I loved her homemade carrot achar. I always remember Mama as being so easygoing and cooperative. She was always willing to go along with others' ideas and suggestions. I was so fortunate that I got to spend so much time with her growing up, and I will always cherish those memories, whether it was watching soap operas and with her, Young and the Restless, or all my children, coming home for school for lunch because I hated cold lunches, or watching and sometimes helping her cook. She will always have a special place in my heart. Can you read yours, Kaden? Okay.
We didn't know our great-grandmother, but from what we know about her was that she was a great mom, grandmom, and great-grandma. We wish we could have met her.
Thanks, Kaden, Devin, and Umbrian. So I don't know where she got time to cook, if she was watching like The Days of Our Lives and All My Children and Young and Restless and Price is Right. Like, did she sleep?
Multitasking.
You
Yeah.
typed it out perfectly.
Is Khadija on now? I can't tell if she's joined yet. I don't believe so. Kaden, do you want to read your aunt's memories? This is from Khadija.
Kaden doesn't, but I can read
Okay,
just
right,
too.
okay.
I have such good memories with Mama. She was always kind and caring. When I think of her, I remember her calm nature. She used to always want to cook us something to eat when we came home from school, and she loved making snacks. She also got me into watching soap operas because she did not go one day without watching The Young and the Restless. She would even catch me up if I had missed some episodes. I will always remember her making amkaras for Malika and chini roti for me and Umbrin.
Thanks, Umbrian. And this is, I think Malika's driving still.
No, I'm here now.
Oh, you're there. Okay, all right. Did you want to read? Did you want to read your
Sure.
memory?
It's a little repetitive with this mango ras and puri, but everyone knew that was my favorite. It was not a secret. So I said I was lucky to have spent a good amount of time with Mama and Dada while he was around. My first memories of them were when I was about 5 to 6 years old, and my mom worked at the Blue Cross across the street from them in Don Mills. She would drop me off to their apartment every morning and pick me up after work. As everyone has said, Mama loved watching The Young and the Restless and The Price is Right, and that would be our daily ritual. She continued watching the soap for as long as I could remember. She didn't speak much English, but she understood and followed those characters really, really well. I don't remember all the lunches she made me, but everyone knows that my favorite of hers was her fresh mango ras and puri. I would get so excited on the day she made that, and she knew it was a treat for me. Dada used to take me to Miracle Mart with him, or Ultramart, I can't remember exactly what it was called. It was just across the street whenever he needed to pick something up or just go for a walk. Every time we went, he would spoil me with the chocolate bar. Him and Chota Dada were where I got my sweet tooth from. On really special occasions, he would let me ride the mechanical horse there. I loved those moments with him. They both took really good care of me, and I'm so lucky to have had them around us then. My most precious memories with Mama were when I would take a nap during the day. She would come in and sing what I know as the Little Qadr prayers to me. So Ya Rahman Ya Rahim and Hayil Qayyum. Those were my favorite, and I can still hear her singing those to me every Little Qadr. After moving in with Shirnanti, they still babysat me on occasion. I know Mama is such a strong, independent, loving, caring, generous, and quiet woman, and I'm always going to remember her that way. Those moments in the nursing home after she got sick were really hard because I know how much she loved her independence and wanted to be the one taking care of everyone else. I wish I had had more time to spend with her then, but I'm so grateful for all the time I got and all the beautiful memories I have with her. Happy 100th birthday. Love you.
Thanks, Malika. More cake and more photos. And some recipes as well. I think that's Umbrian, that's you being held by Dad on the left, correct? And that's Mama's mom on the right. So I guess my great-grand Daddy. And Sugar Auntie, born September 1949, and a quote from Sugar Auntie. I remember that when
मेरा 48 का बर्थडे एक साल छोटी बना दिया थैंक यू
कभी आपका, when is yours?
48 48 है
Okay, I'll get that changed. Sorry about that. Or you're welcome, depending on how you look at it. I remember that when we were young and living in Chittagong, once a month on Sunday, she would get up early, leave to prep for a giant meal for the Jamaat, and leave to prep for a giant meal for the Jamaat.
मैं कुछ बोलूं
हाँ, ये आपका यहाँ है. You can say anything you want, or read this, or whatever you'd like.
ये सब पढ़ने का नहीं है मुझे सिर्फ इतना बोलना है कि मम्मी जो है ना बहुत डिसिप्लिन थे जो सबने बोला है वो इतने डिसिप्लिन थे जब उसको अटैक आया तो उसको मलाई बहुत पसंद रहती थी लेकिन वो इतना गिन के माप के तोल के अपना खाना खाती थी और कभी अपने दिल की बात नहीं मानती थी बट जो उसकी हेल्थ के लिए अच्छा था वो मानती थी मम्मी एंड शी इसीलिए शी लिव्ड लाइक 35 years after her first attack. She was very disciplined in that way. दूसरी बात यह है कि मम्मी जब आफ्टर डैडी पास्ट अवे तो वैंकूवर हम लोग के पास भी आई थी रुकी थी एक चीज से मम्मी बहुत खुश होती थी वो ये था कि वो हम सब भाई बहन को इतने क्लोज देख करके खुश देख करके she would be really happy और मैं यही चाहती हूँ she would say that तुम हमेशा इसी तरह मिलजुल कर आपस में प्यार मोहब्बत से रहो तो किसी के दिल में जो भी गिला शिकवा जिस किसी के लिए भी है प्लीज निकाल दो आज मम्मी का 100th बर्थडे है सबको माफ कर देवे और एक दूसरे से वैसे ही प्यार मोहब्बत से रहे ताकि मम्मी ऊपर से देखकर हम उनको बहुत खुश हो गए आखिर मैं मम्मी इतनी मिस करती हूँ तुमको ऐसे होता है आकर क्या करूँ आपको जहाँ भी रहो खुश रहो मुझे पता है आप अच्छी जगह पे हो लव यू मम्मी
Thank you, Sugrandi.
Done, Seven.
Moyes, there's a memory from you. Did you want to read that?
Yeah, so so when I'm going to try and read this out. When we were little, Nani and Nana moved to Canada. And I remember visiting them in 1989 in their small apartment on Thorncliffe Drive. I'm going to paraphrase a little bit. And Riaz and I, along with Sharmeen and Umair, we were visiting from Pakistan and Bangladesh. Amreen, Khadija, and Malika were all over there. It was a lot of fun. Nani was never flustered, no matter how angry Nana would get with all of us because we wouldn't want to go to Jamaat Khana or listen to him. She was always loving and taking care of us throughout the time we spent with her. And I remember that was an incredible summer, at least for myself, in Riyadh. I have lots of wonderful memories with Nani, many of them after we moved to Canada in 1992. Shortly after Nana passed, Nani came to Vancouver to live with us. It was great to be able to see her regularly, and we were even fortunate enough to have her choose to stay with us for part of the time. It was great fun bouncing from our house to Yasu aunties or Shani aunties or Fazlin aunties to eat her delicious food, which I think everybody has shared so much about, and spend time with her. One of my favorite things to do while we were in Vancouver was to take her to Jamaat Khana as much as I could. It was an amazing experience to be able to spend that much time with Nani as a young adult. At that age, I did not like going to Jamaat Khana daily much, but it was a joy to be able to spend 15 minutes in the car with her on the way and back from Jamaat Khana. I also recall spending time with her after her second knee replacement surgery and taking her to her appointments. One of the most dreaded things I had to do for a month, I think it was about a month, was daily to give her medicine, which was via injection to her stomach muscles as she healed from the surgery. I knew that she appreciated it and brought me joy to help her in any small way possible. Throughout the time I spent with her, I learned how strong a woman she was, even after all the ups and downs of life. She never complained about anything and was always accommodating. I loved eating all the amazing foods and desserts that she made, especially during wedding times. I recall how she fondly made aradhya and pak for me in the winter and looked forward to spending time with her as much as I could. She would even joke about how I was crazy to mix desserts and savory foods together. My last real conversation with her was days before Riaz's wedding, when she said she was looking forward to seeing us all, making our favorite desserts and foods, including Meetha Karela. Sometimes she forgot our names. I was often called Riaz or Shahzad, but I knew she loved all of her grandchildren. I miss her dearly, and I'm glad I was able to spend as much time with her as I could in Vancouver. Happy 100th birthday, Nani. Miss you a lot.
Thanks, Moyez.
You're on mute.
Riaz, did you want to?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well?
I think everybody can hear me. So for me, most of my memories of Nani are in Canada. And I think just to kind of add to the food part of everything, I think the most important thing I learned from Nani was just to be a caring person. As you probably all know, I was a little rambunctious as a kid, just enjoyed life too much. But you know, I learned a lot of calmness from her. I learned just how to be patient. I know watching TV with her after school, she would make food, and I would help out with the dishes. So just a good human being. Just the values she taught me in some of the years I got to spend with her in Canada are very near and dear to my heart. I think the best thing is you can see in the picture right there, just her hug. It was just so warm. Just the warmth that she brought. I miss that, and I think we all learned from it, and we all learned how to love from her and just to care from her. So that's definitely a memory that has stayed near and dear to my heart, and I will always remember her for that. So thank you.
Thanks, Riaz. Pictures and some recipes from Subranti. I think the picture on the right, I heard it was from Karachi with Umbreen and Moyes on the bed, but I don't remember where the one on the left was from. I'm assuming that's Vancouver. And then Shani Auntie, the baby, in December 1950. So a quote from Shani Auntie: even as dad prioritized the girls' education, he also wanted them to know how to run a household and represent the Kanji name well. This is where Queen Kanji stepped in and ensured every girl knew how to run a house, no matter how busy the work. And Shani Auntie wrote a poem. Did you want to read that? A poem for Mama?
I'm waiting. or Rishma, are you there? Can you read it?
Sure. A poem for my mother. She was a woman of virtue, patient and calm. And much like Yasu auntie, she loved using her balm. She taught us to live for others, a selfless kind of love. My mother, she was so precious, as beautiful as a dove. She was always so active, got things done in a zap. Just not between 1:30 and 3, she was serious about her nap. She had 8 kids, but she loved us all the same. She was a woman of peace. She lived up to her name. Her love was so strong, surpassed by no other. Today, I'm very proud to have called her my mother.
Thanks, Rashman. Thanks. Nice poem, Shani Auntie.
Salim,
Yep,
can I say something?
of course, yeah.
I just want to pick it up from where Sugranti left. Like she said that her mother was, like our mother was very happy that we were all united. But the best thing that I liked about hers was like she always used to say that when I die, I know that each of you will take care of each other. So when I die, I will die peacefully, knowing that all my kids are united and will be there for each other. And that we are really blessed with having such good siblings who are always there for us. The kids are there, and it is really a blessing to have been taught by my mother to be always there for each other. Thank you.
Thanks, Shani Auntie.
No problem.
Charmaine, did you want to read your memory?
Sure. I was lucky enough to have Nani with me when I lived with Yasu auntie in 94. We had just moved from Dhaka to Vancouver in April, but mom, dad, and Umair had to go back to Dhaka. Nani took such wonderful care of me during that time that I did not struggle very much without my parents. I have fond memories of Nani's amazing cooking, followed by episodes of The Price is Right, Days of Our Lives, and Young and the Restless. Even though Nani's English was limited, it was fascinating that she was able to keep up with these two soaps. I hardly ever had to explain anything to her. Nani was always jovial and up for an adventure. One of those adventures happened every weekend at Richmond Center, where she wouldn't leave until she got her A&W onion rings. To this day, I can't think of onion rings without remembering her, and I made sure Saurabh had them when we visited Vancouver in 2014. And yes, he loved them too. Her other favorite food was pizza, and she would say it so cutely as pizza, which we teased her about quite a bit. Although I'm grateful for all that Nani did to take care of me, what I appreciate the most is the family that she created. I'm grateful for my aunties, uncles, mamus, and mommies. All 8 of the Kanji siblings offer a glimpse of Nani in some way or form. Even their better halves were very well selected and blended in the Kanji family very lovingly. We don't get to see families like this very often unless we are watching a Yash Raj movie or a Balaji soap opera. So to have that in real life is a true blessing that I will always treasure. I wish my children had got to meet their buddy Nani, but I plan to share my memories so they can get to know her through me. Love you, Nani.
Thanks, Charmaine. It's one of my favorite pictures of Mama with Umair. I don't remember what was happening here, but it's an awesome picture. And some recipes from Shani Auntie and Sherman. And this is found some pictures of Mama with the family throughout the decade. So this is, I believe, from the late 60s. I think that's Ashu in there. So all Dada and Mama with all the 8 kids. And then fast forward about 25 years.
Salim,
Yeah.
what a change from your mother when the picture before and now. Is it the same person? Same lady?
Bolo bolo, mommy.
Kangai mami.
Yeah. It gets blonder with each decade.
From a Bengali to a Canadian, I guess, huh?
So this is from Ashu's wedding.
Yeah.
And then another several years after that. This is the extended family.
This is from yours, right, Salim?
This is from my wedding. Yeah, I think the only one missing out of both Dada and Chota Dada's side is Maria Manti. I think all the brothers and sisters are here.
Yeah.
And then the 24 grandkids, and this was a last minute addition. So this is, again, in that same order of kind of the oldest, Mama's oldest children down. So Sazo and Rian on the left, Adam and Myra, Ishan, Ilian, and Ayan, Nisha and Kiran, Sahil and Rehan, Sahir and Jahan, and then Kaden and Devin, Ara and Kai, Tabriz and Zion, Zayn and Safia, Amaya and Aaron, and Zara. Happy birthday, Mama.
Very good.
Thank you, guys.
Well
Thanks
done,
for all
Salim.
Well done, well done.
A
Good
lot
job.
of hard work, Salim. Thank you so much.
Together.
Thank you. One thing I didn't mention at the beginning is that I think the originally was I don't know if Shehzad's still there with Dr. Anti, but this was his idea was to put a 100-page book together for Mama's 100, and I think we ended up with 124 pages.
Very cool.
Where are your parents? No, they're there.
Sure.
I only see your mom. Your dad's nowhere.
Yeah.
Watching this.
There he is. He's right there.
Yeah.
नजदीक हम लोग का फोटो तो आता ही नहीं सलीम क्या बात है
Hi, Lucky. Anyone else have any memories or anything they'd like to share? Anything at all?
I think somebody needs to maybe Charmaine or somebody, whoever wants to. I'm just using Charmaine as one of the 15 grandkids, but if somebody makes a video series of all the recipes and then sends the food, packages it, sends it to us, that would be great. Looking forward to that.
Where is Umair? Where is Umair?
Muted.
Umair is at work.
Nimda uncle. Yali madan.
जाली मदद हम लोग तो दिखते नहीं क्या बात है सलीम आगे हाँ हम मायरा किधर गई कुछ बोलो मायरा इसी ने क्या हुआ वाईफाई नहीं काम करता लोग के डॉर्म में
बाद में बात करते
Who is the track medical?
Rafiq is the first grandchild, right? Let him say something.
No, he's second.
He's second. Okay. Where is Rafiq?
Rafiq.
He's not second, he's third.
Third. Yeah, Farzana is
Oh,
there.
Yeah.
no, it's Sulu, Farzana, Ashu, then Rafiq,
Yeah.
then
Let
Shehzad,
Rafiq say something.
Shirin. Yeah. That's unmute, yeah.
Mommy is here as well. So, mommy, aanke bolno hai? Wait, what happened?
You lost her.
No.
Mommy?
Come and give it a shot. Lost her.
Don't hang up. She's
Yeah,
there. She's
I
there.
think you're off mute, Rafiq.
Off there for some reason.
Oh, happy birthday गाने वाली थी ना नायरोस
Huh?
Happy birthday गाने वाली थी ना
Oh, Yasmin auntie.
आप सब साथ में गाएंगे.
Yes, you lead us.
Yeah,
Right.
Yasmin auntie's birthday on the 29th.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Hello.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Let's all sing together. Happy
Birthday
birthday
To you.
Okay.
Happy birthday
to you.
Happy
birthday.
Yasmin auntie and Nani.
And Nanima.
Happy
birthday.
birthday to you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, everybody. I have Shirin Auntie on the phone. Shirin Auntie. Okay.
Oh, she's
Chalo,
come this way.
bolo.
ये कौन है?
બધા कुछ बोलो शेरन आंटी.
Oh, they came this way. She came this way.
બધે ખ્યાલી મદદ.
अलादी मदद.
હા. મમ્મી માટે તો એટલો જ ચૂંજો બધા મમ્મી કે તો ઓળખના જ વા બહુ સાફ મંજાવા એમને જીવ में कॾहिं कोई માટે ના કપટ हो ना कोई गुस्सो. बच्चा भी इनके बोली कि ना तॾहिं बि पंहिंजे સાથે કોઈ દિવસ મમ્મી એવું ના કર્યા. મમ્મી जी આટલી જ આશા हुई કે इनके डॉक्टर बनવું हो ને પણ એની દાદીમાં મમ્મી जी દાદીમાં નાના બાપા તો છે કે હા ભલે ભણે ને પણ એની દાદીમાં છે કે ના છોકરી કે ભણાય ને ગ્રો કરનારની એટલે इनके बधी गुजराती फ्रेंड्स हुई ने ये लोग बनाने वा डॉक्टर तो मम्मी इनकी साथे ज बनाने वा पण इनकी बस ये उम्मीद पूरी ना थे हमेशा याद करना हो ने मुझे बधी फ्रेंड्स बधी तो कोई कोई डॉक्टर बन्यो नहीं कोई कोई जो डॉक्टर बन्यो ने आवज ना करी सकी नहीं.
Actually, she would have become a doctor. She was very smart. I remember Nani Ma being very smart. I remember that I had to drop her one day to Nuru Mamu's house. She knew exactly. I thought I'd have to tell her. She knew exactly like what to do, what way to take, and then when we couldn't get there the right way, she told me an alternate route. So I was so impressed. She was very smart.
Thank you very much, Kairos.
बोलो रफीक.
कुछ तो बोलो रफीक.
हम बोल रहे हैं.
Can she hear?
आप सुन सकते हैं बोला डॉक्टर आंटी. Is that why she decided to follow Nani's dream and become a doctor? I think उसका वो mute में इसलिए she's. Can you hear me, Dr. Auntie?
The sound comes from here.
Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Rafiq. Yeah. I think you have to be right in front of the computer. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Unmute karo, Sevan.
I think she's unmute now, Dr. Auntie.
I have to say something about my mom. I have only one line. She was an angel on earth, and I miss her so very much. Bola Baba in the ruga asal mein vasal kare. Amin.
થઈ ગયા.
એ તો અસલ में વાસલ થઈ જ ગયા. એળો જીવો ને એટલો સાફ પણ જો ને એટલો સચ્ચો ઇન્સાન भी કે એ તો અસલ में વાસલ જ થઈ ગયા. મમ્મી તો કોઈ બૈરાય જ ના કોઈ મુકે भी મમ્મી માટે બૈરાય હોય જ ના શકતી. મમ્મી જે કમ भी એળાવા કોઈ જે भी એળાવે નહીં ને કોઈ કે મદદગાર થીનાવા એ કીડા भी વિનાવા કોઈ દિવસ વિનીને કોઈ જેડા વહી ના વિનાવા कोई भी रीते कोई के भी मददगार थी ना वा पोता को निवालो भी वगन मेहनत जो खादा ना वा कदे भी.
Right. You are also an angel on earth. You are like my mom.
हाँ परिश्तो जी बात सच्ची बात है.
आई भी ओछा नहीं. आई भी नंबर.
दादी माँ मुझे दादी पांडी दादी माँ भी मम्मी के मन ना वा. मम्मी वटा चुना के ये ई ना इनी छोकरी वटा कम कराना वा पण बहु वटा ना चुना ना ई के मम्मी के दाग ना लगनो खपे. मम्मी खूबसूरत बहु वा ने पातो बड़ी उम्र में पण मम्मी नींदी उम्र में बहुत खूबसूरत वा. तो मम्मी दादी माँ करीमाबाद में बधे जती के दादा पापा तो वा नाने ने पापा तो बहुत नींदा वा. तो पानी पुईमा लोग बधा कम करना वा घर जा कोई जो मसाला पीसना वा कोई जो कुरो करना वा एड़ी रीते दादी माँ बधे जी बाजार गिनी वा. तो दादी माँ को एटली बाजार गिनी है पछी ऊपर 3 माळे रहीना वा ने तो एटली सीढ़ी चढ़ी ने विनी ना सकना वा. तो मम्मी अचना वा नीचे गिना ला कदे छोकरी पुईमा लोग भी विना वा पण जडे मम्मी विना वा ने तो इनका अफसोस है कि मुझे वहू वटा कम करायेलो एटला मम्मी के चाहना वा. दादी माँ चौथी ने ई टाइम पर तो खबर है ने बस फौजो ने बधो केड़ो वो पण मम्मी के भी लेणो वो इंजे सस्ती अने दादी माँ के भी मम्मी थी बहुत ज लेणो वो. फीमा लोग भी बता फीमा लोग भी की भी होनो हो तो मम्मी वटा आती ने की भी तेना हो तो बातचीत करी सकना वा ने एटलो मम्मी जो मन हो एटला भोड़ा वा ने बधे जो सुहान वाले में थी वा.
पर रेमी आंटी से बात करछे ने तो रेमी आंटी मम्मी जी एटली तारीफ करे एटली प्यार दीना पॉइंट के एटलो बड़ा सारी अच्छी बात करे. तो जो मम्मी खूबसूरत नींदे में वा पर मम्मी तो ज्यां सुधी आखिरी मिनिट में त्यां सुधी मम्मी खूबसूरत हुई. मम्मी जोड़ो खूबसूरत पर कोई ना.
हाँ मम्मी जो मैयत केटलो સુકૂન ને શાંતિ દેખાણી એવી મમ્મી જે મજા જે ટાઈમ પર બી અને ટેસ્ટ હોય મૂકે યાદ ના પણ તો કે કીધા બ્યુટી પાર્લર में गिनी विया हुआ मम्मी के એટલો મમ્મી જો ચહેરો એટલો ખીલ્યો हो
परी लगने भी परी लगने भी मम्मी
भाई अकड़ी कमेंट शिरीन भाई आई चयो न मम्मी खूबसूरत जवानी में वा पण मम्मी विया तडे असांजे गाम जा आकड़ा मुखी साहब मैयत में आर्या वा जो हम एटले टोरंटो में हम एटले वर्ष से अचा तो मैयत में पण एड़ो मुंह ना नारियो एटलो
हाँ ना छो ना कीड़ा हाँ हाँ कोई सुनी भी कोई छे के एड़ो एड़ो एटलो हाँ ये सच्ची बात भी कि साफ थी जावा ने जे मन में कोई चीज कदे भी कोई भी गलत बात आवी ज ना आवी कोई माटे भी ना पांजे बच्चे माटे करो घर जे माड़ू माटे करो कदे कोई माटे भी उ ना करिया वा
मम्मी was मम्मी को शाबाश है कि मम्मी ने डैडी के साथ इतने
जोर से बोल
My mom was very hot tempered and he never like said anything to his kids. Everything was on mom. मम्मी कोई दिवस भी उसने
जोर से बोल
Come louder, Shani auntie, and speak louder.
सुनाई नहीं दे रहे
मेरे को एक बात बोलती है मम्मी के बारे में हेलो मम्मी के बारे में एक बात बोलनी है। मैं जब भी नई नई शादी करके आई थी मैं खाना पकाना इतना आता नहीं था। कभी कभी नमक या शुगर ज्यादा कम ज्यादा हो जाता था तो पापा का दिमाग कभी कभी गर्म हो जाता था कि खाना ठीक से नहीं बनता है। तो ऐसा पापा को ऐसा कैसा क्यों बना तो फिर मम्मी बचा लेते थे। मम्मी बोलते थे आओ बीजिए मुझे सी वर्दी भी होता है। कभी मेरी मिस्टेक हो जाती थी खाना पकाने में तो मम्मी मेरे को बचा लेते थे। बोलते थे हाँ मुझे हंसी વધારે मीठो पई हुआ है कि मुझे हंसी વધારે शुगर पई हुआ है। ऐसा नहीं बोलते थे कि यास्मीन बनाई सीखी रही है કરીને। એટલે अभी तक वो मेरे को याद है। इसलिए बहुत बार से मम्मी को ऐसा याद करते रहे सब चीज में। तो
एक बार बोलना शेरली बोल के
शेरली करो बोले तो
दिखते ही नहीं है वो तो
शेरली बोल
नहीं शेरली तो
Shani auntie, go back to what you were saying.
मायरा आई है देख मायरा के साथ बात कर ले थोड़ा कुछ बोलने
Shani auntie, speak.
बोलो
What were you saying? You were saying something.
I was just saying कि मम्मी का इतना मतलब वो था कि नाना मतलब दादा जितना भी गुस्सा करे कुछ भी करे like she took everything in कभी भी like she never showed off her anger or anything. बच्चे लोग को कुछ नहीं बोलते थे लेकिन सारा मम्मी पे गुस्सा निकालते थे and yet she always kept quiet and took everything in. So we should also learn कि कोई try to control और सब एक दूसरे पे गुस्सा नहीं होना कुछ खराब नहीं सोचना कुछ नहीं just let it go ऐसा।
I endorse her. हमारी शादी हुई और फिर जो फिरदौस में रहने गए और हम यूनाइटेड में रहते थे तो घर पे जाते थे बहुत दफे जाना होता था दिन में और नजदीक में। तो मैंने देखा कि दादा जो है फादर इन लॉ उसको बहुत छोटी छोटी चीजों में कभी बहुत डांट देते थे मगर उसने कभी चेहरे पे दिखाया नहीं है।
of patience and a lot of love for everybody. Let's see your baby's face. Sharmi. Let's see your baby's face.
Nani wants to show it, huh?
Tasveen, you call.
Hi.
Close your ears, guys. Close your ears. 1, 2, 3, out. Magnetic.
सलीम
हाँ बोलो
एक बात बोले
हाँ
बुरा नहीं लगाना आज अपने ग्रैंड किड्स में से कोई मिस हो रहा है इतने इम्पोर्टेंट डे में थोड़ा कन्विंस करके लाना चाहिए था
किसको
जितने थोड़े ग्रैंड किड्स मिस हो रहे उसको खटकता है
Yeah, they've been coming in and out. Yeah, while we were at the slideshow. That's Ishan.
But 2 grandkids miss होते हैं ना
तुम्हारे अपने कजन्स मिस हो रहे हैं
ईशान नहीं आया इलियान आया तो आ गया पर आदम नहीं आया मायरा नहीं आई ये लोग को लाओ सामने
Myra is there.
मायरा तो थी अभी अरे पिक्चर तो दिखा
समझता है तुम्हारा कजिन
सलीम तुम्हारे कजन्स मिस हो रहे हैं
हमारे cousins.
हाँ जोर दो और नेक्स्ट टाइम जैसा प्यार मोहब्बत से उसको भी लेते आना.
Okay.
Thank you very much for everything. A wonderful job you did. God bless you and your family with every good in life.
This is very.
હલો યાની મદદ બધે કે એવી રીતે ભેગા થઈને વાતચીત કરે ને મમ્મીજી રૂવાની બહુ જ ખુશી ઉની મમ્મી ને પપ્પાજી બી રૂવાની પણ મમ્મીજી રૂવાની જે દિવસ ચોપા યાદ કર્યા તો એની રૂવાની બહુ ખુશ થી ઉની.
Hi, Adam. How are you, Adam? Sit down, sit down.
Okay, which one's doctor?
That is
Maya.
Say
everybody's name. Go.
Say hi.
How's school,
Myra? Gali madad.
Myra, you're on mute.
College is on.
Shazil and Rian came too. Hey guys.
I just want to say on behalf of all of us, thank you, Salim, for putting this together. It is not easy to get the aunties and the uncles and all the cousins to get all the materials and submit on time or late, get the pictures organized. So, you know, at least on behalf of myself and Noor and the kids, thank you so much. And the kids get to see this, and one of them even asked me, when can I get the PowerPoint so I can look at some of those recipes so I can ask, you know, my parents to make some of that food. So,
hey, what about your wife?
she will help me make the food.
Always, mama, no, mommy. You're a big boy now, so Noor can do it for you.
नूर, हम लोग का नाम रोशन कर, कुछ बोल. हम भी नूर है, तुम भी नूर हो.
मीना को लेके सामने ईशान को लेके
कुछ तो करो ना, कुछ तो करो ना.
Salim, thank you very much. You did a great job hosting and organizing everything, and it was really nice to hear what everyone had to say. It was really nice. Shani Auntie, I really liked your poem. It was really good.
Thank you. That was written by Reshma. I just told her what I wanted to say.
Inspired by mom, written by Reshma. Yes.
All the credit goes to her. She put it down.
Where's Zara? Where's Zara?
Zara is right here.
Here, I can't see
Having
her.
her little lunch.
We can't see her.
Zara, hi कर दो सबको. Say hi, everybody.
दिखती नहीं है Zara.
नहीं दिखती है?
नहीं.
Go to gallery.
Oh.
He's right there.
Thank you very much for organizing everything.
Hey, where's Malika?
Here.
Why is there no Amka Rush recipe in the book?
I need a recipe for that.
How to make it.
Learned after all those times. Probably did it over 100 times with her.
Marika, next time when we come to Toronto, you have to make Amka Rush and Puri.
Learning those things.
Rajil or Rehan, say something.
Fazil and Rehan.
Which one is which? Which one is?
Who's Fazil and who's Rehan?
Guys are on mute.
Rian. सलीम, थैंक यू वेरी मच. ये प्रोग्राम बनाया बहुत अच्छा लगा सबको. बस अभी एक दूसरे की रेसिपी सब लोग ट्राई करेंगे, देखते हैं कि कैसी लगती है. ठीक है ना? अब हिमेला को और ईशान को भी लेके आ सामने. तीनों को एक बार लेके आ, तीनों बच्चे लोग को. Hi, Himela.
Himela, say something. Tell Himela to say something. Himela, say something.
This was beautiful to see everybody come together, and I got to meet Mama a few times. Always a kind heart. Some always translating for me what she's saying. And it's lovely to see everything, all the memories, all the lessons, all the laughs, all the serious moments come together. Very touching, and definitely something to pass on to the great grandkids and future generations. It's really beautifully done. Thank you everybody for participating and contributing, and for the ideas that came from, you know, I'm not sure who, I know there were several of you that had this idea, and it was a beautiful idea to do to celebrate her 100th birthday. Okay.
From Shazad, you know.
Hey Himela, how many hours did Salim put in this?
I don't see him. I don't see him during the week. This is like, you know, I'll see him now and then probably won't see him until, I don't know.
The next weekend?
Yeah. She's not saying that she prefers that.
There's a next project for you, Salim.
What's that?
There's the next project for you now.
Next 100 years.
You want to make
Himela, I think you did a good job, you know, by helping Salim. So thanks to you too.
Let's hear Shazil and Rayan say something.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. I can't unmute you guys. You have to unmute yourselves.
Myra, say something. Myra.
How old are you guys now?
Who is?
I'm 17.
Myra.
The last year of school.
Jalwad, Myra, how are you?
Myra, mute. Please. Myra is
Myra's frozen. Myra's frozen, yeah.
Her connection is not good, she said. The Wi-Fi is down at the school, right? I don't know if she's going to do her online classes.
What are you doing? You working? They're on mute. Are they on mute?
All right. Any final words? Let's start with Shirin auntie. कुछ लास्ट में बोलना है?
हाँ बस ये तेरे को थैंक यू बोलता है कि तू चल हम तुम लोग सबका आवाज सुना तुम मेहनत किया तो हम तुम लोग के साथ बात कर सका ना थैंक यू बेटा
Thank you for joining.
Myra,
Dr. Auntie.
Salim.
Dr. Auntie, yeah.
Salim, thank you very much for putting this great thing together. And God bless you and your family with everything good in life. Take care. Himela looks nice. You're taking good care of her. Where are your boys? Where are your boys?
They're running in and out somewhere.
Okay.
Mummy, Daddy, आप कुछ बोलो? Anything last?
Daddy बोलो ना कुछ.
Yeah, Daddy.
It was nice seeing everybody. सबको देख के बहुत अच्छा लगा. And hope we'll do this quite often. Maybe next year or on New Year's Day. Okay. And remember, if things are okay, we meet in next year, my 80th birthday. March. Inshallah. All are welcome. Invited to come to Vancouver.
And newly become American. Salim.
Salim got a citizenship.
Salim just got citizenship.
Yeah, I got my citizenship.
He's so excited.
I know.
Very excited. He's going to vote
Trump
for Trump.
is not your president. He's my president now.
Now he's your president too.
Laura was lucky to have him as a
You're
president.
hired, Salim. You're hired.
I know. Yasmin auntie, any last words? Any memories of Mama?
Rafik and Nairos.
Hey,
Rafik and Nairos, nice to see you and your
nice
boy.
nice to see all. Nice to see all of you, and thanks to Salim for putting all this together. I know some of you, like Malik, I haven't seen him since. I don't believe I've seen you since you came. You were staying at Nana Nani's place. I think when you were going to McGill, or you just come over.
Since you met Nairos.
Is that right? Okay. It's nice to see all of you. So thanks for putting this together, Salim.
Yeah, it's
really
nice.
Nice to see your kids.
Yeah.
Keep in touch, both of you.
At least once a year, सबको get together होना चाहिए. This is my idea. My advice, like once a year at least. सब लोग मिले, बातचीत करें, एक दूसरे को देखें.
Inshallah. Yasmin auntie, any final words?
Yasu.
Thank you. Thank you, Zaboldi.
Thank you. Okay. Fazil auntie?
Thank you very much. It was really nice to see everybody, especially Rafiq. We do see Nairos courtesy of Facebook. It's always a pleasure to hear her. It was lovely to see Shazil and Rian. And I got my turn for Kane for Friday, the 28th for Parodier. So that is a really good piece of news. And once again, thank you very much. Lovely to see everybody. Everybody was looking great and really happy. Mola sabko khush rakhe, abad rakhe hamisha.
Chacha, Chachi.
Chachi.
Thank you, whoever made all these arrangements. बहुत अच्छा लगा, and it was really nice talking to you, listening to you, and hearing all your memories of Mummy. We do miss her, और मौला उसकी रूहानी को असल में वासल करे.
And then Sugar Auntie, Father Uncle.
बहुत दुआओं के साथ थैंक यू, और ऐसे प्रोग्राम किया करो ताकि सब एक साथ सबको देखने मिलता है और आवाजें और बातें सुनने मिलती है, कुछ सीखने मिलता है. थैंक यू बेटा, गॉड ब्लेस.
थैंक यू सलीम, खुश रहो, खुशहाल रहो, खाओ पियो, जान बनाओ.
Doesn't apply to Salim.
I know, yeah.
Thank you, Enola, for looking after Salim so good. Nobody's talking to you, huh?
Shani Auntie, any last words?
Yeah, thanks Shazad for coming up with the bright idea and Salim for implementing it, making it such a big success. Hopefully you'll keep up the good work and we'll be able to keep in touch with each other more often. Love you all. Yali Madad.
And then from the cousins, anyone there? So is Shehzad still there behind you?
Yeah, we haven't seen him. I'd like to see Shehzad. Shehzad either.
That come out of the hiding.
He's hiding. He's definitely hiding.
Shehzad
hiding. He's right here.
कोई भी डैडी लोग को कुछ नहीं बोलना है. मम्मी लोग को तो सब ऑनर करते हैं, डैडी को कब करेगा?
कभी कभार उसको भी बोलो. Nana is also important, right?
Agya Shehzad, say something.
Hey, why have you been in hiding?
Shehzad, say something.
I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say, but it was nice to see everybody. I was watching you guys, even though you couldn't see me. But
Where were you hiding?
I was just on the side, like over here.
Yeah, like Mamu. Like we could only see Mami, but we never saw Mamu, you know. Even now we can't see him. We see only half of him. So tell your mom to move over and you move over. That's good.
That's right. That's right.
Shehzad, are you cooking in the kitchen? What are you making, dude?
No, nothing. I'm just waiting for my mom to make food. That's why I come here on Sundays. Make good food.
It's a veggie kebab.
Veggie kebabs today on the menu.
Food and to take home also, right? So Shehzad, eat and take home away. To go take away.
My moms are for, right? Cook and
It's like the best takeaway restaurant that I can think of. So
and no charge.
And it's
no charge. Just setting up a Zoom call. That was the cost of admission. Thanks, Salim. We appreciate it. You did a great job.
Nairoz, Rafik, any last comments?
Oh, you're on mute.
It's actually very nice seeing all of you. So I'm going to say everything. Sugar Auntie, Badr Uncle, Dr. Auntie, Shani Auntie, Shirley Mamu, Yasmin Auntie, Moez, Amrin, Jasmine Mami, Noor Mamu, Malik, Fazlin Auntie, Salim, Riaz, and Moez, everyone. Yali, and it was nice to see all of you.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing this.
Thank you very much.
Sharmeen,
Hi, everybody.
Saurabh there. Any last words?
You want to say anything?
I'm just going in the order on my screen, so.
Chal aaja, bol de.
Zain.
Coming. Sharmeen is coming.
Okay, well, we'll move to Malik and Anar before the day. Okay, well, there, she's there. Okay.
It was awesome seeing everybody. I'm so glad we could all get together and honor Nani today. And I hope we get to do this quarterly without making Salim work. We can just make an appearance and get together.
आर्यन का इंट्रोडक्शन भी हो गया तेरा देखे.
Hi, and everybody got to
Royal welcome.
Something also Sharmeen was helping edit as all the cousins and aunts and uncles were sending their recipes and photos and sayings in. I passed them to Sharmeen to edit as well and kind of review. So thank you for that. Yeah.
I love him.
Well, go to Malik. Let's go on the list.
Great to see everybody. Salim, thanks for doing all the work. I know it takes a lot of hours. It looked really, really good and awesome work. Thank you. And maybe we can set up the next project, the next call in the coming months, so we have something to look forward to as a next get together. So Moez, Riaz, Umbreen, one of you hopefully will pick the next one up. Actually, Umbreen already done hers from Atlanta. So Moez, Riaz, hopefully one of you will
passing the torch.
Yeah, I'll coordinate with Moise. He'll lead. I'll make sure that he does the job, and I'll make sure.
Perfect.
Come up with the idea, leave the rest to Moise. He'll work on it.
Yeah.
You have
What's with your hands?
You like your prices
You guys want to do one here for Kushali?
Well, Nani used to watch Price is Right, so we figured we should have that virtual background.
Riaz, like Nani, be selfless. Don't pass it on. Do it yourself.
Thanks, Malik. We'll work on it together. We'll work on it together.
And we wanted to.
Oh, sorry. Malika, anything? Yeah, she's there still?
Yeah, Malika can start up something.
Are you,
Good seeing everyone. Thanks, yes, Salim, for putting it all together. Yeah, we should definitely do this more often. Now that it's easier, we don't have to buy plane tickets.
so Umbreen?
Just really good seeing everybody, and thanks for putting everything together. And really want somebody to send me all the food. Can somebody just make it and send it? I don't want to do all the work.
No, it's too much trouble with too much trouble with
Okay, Devin's gonna cook. So
Angie's right there. Don't
Send us the recipes.
Yeah.
Moyes, Noor? I don't know if that's...
So, Devin, what's your riddle today?
You have a joke?
Riddle?
No. No joke today?
You have a riddle or something you want to share?
The boys are going in and out.
Is it any... We can't hear you. Any last words? Moyes or Noor?
I say something? Salim?
No, Moyes, any last words? Moyes or Noor?
I don't, but one of the boys has a joke or a riddle. What do you got?
It's actually, this joke is actually a bit silly.
Okay,
like,
go for it.
Very silly. It's kind of for kids, but here it is. It's like it's one of those knock jokes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Knock.
Who's there?
A TV.
TV who?
TV who?
TV pooped on your head.
My turn. What do you call a fly without wings?
What?
No, a zipper on your pants.
Zipper on your pants, fly without wings. Good one.
Good one.
Maybe we should have listened to what they were about to say before they said it.
I know, yeah. Riaz, Rihanna, any last words? Sophia?
Thank you for arranging. I know I speak on behalf of Rahana here. This was done really well. And Rahana, if you want to add a few words. Rahana?
It was wonderful to see you guys all.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, Riaz will take over.
Yeah, it was great to see everybody. Thank you. And yeah, happy to coordinate the next one. We'll do something in December if that works for everybody. If you guys want something sooner, let us know. But yeah, happy to coordinate the next one. Absolutely. Looking forward to it. Great seeing everybody. I know it's been a while since we've seen some folks and some we connect frequently. So to everybody, great seeing everybody. We have new additions to the family as well. So great to see little new ones as well. And that's it. Thank you again, Salim, for coordinating and doing the heavy lifting. Now I think we can hopefully have some more projects other than this one and enjoy those.
You can get one for next time,
Anything?
You did a good job, bud.
Yeah, thank you. It's so nice to see all the family again. And
yeah.
Hopefully
Nice to
we
see
can
all.
do Kushali maybe December. That would be next one. Maybe we can do that.
Okay.
Thank you. Reshma?
Wants to say something. Goodbye.
Thanks, guys, for organizing. It's always good seeing everybody, and I'll be trying out the recipes, so I'll report back on how they went.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All
Rachel,
right,
let us know when to come over to taste
Yeah.
test your food.
All right, thank you. So I'll send out the slide book. I'll send it as a PDF, so you guys can print on your own, pick out which recipes you want, and can rearrange any way which you want to do. It's like 120 pages. So.
Thank you, and hopefully Umair can join us next time too, Reshma.
Can you also share it in original format?
Yeah, it's a Google slide. So yeah, so
yeah, Google slide will be better. I'll try to convert them into EPUB or something like that.
Okay, sounds good.
Devin,
Are we still doing the book, physical book, or no?
Sorry, what's that? Umberine Gopher said something about Devin.
Oh, Devin wanted to share a joke. He changed his mind.
Okay.
Why was the music teacher locked
Let
out?
Saurabh say something.
Say again.
Why was the music teacher?
Let Saurabh say something.
Why was the music teacher locked out of his classroom?
Why?
Because the keys were on the piano.
Saurabh?
Hey guys. I just wanted to say from what you guys are doing, your Nani lived a very good life because being remembered by everybody after she's gone is very touching. Like I hope I can live that life. So I'm just gonna say that it's great what you guys are doing.
Sorry, who's speaking? Sorry. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That's the life that you guys are. She made a mark on all of you guys that you guys are remembering her. That's like so much of validation. She was a great person.
Very well put.
Fazana is there or not?
No, she's gone. She had to leave a while ago.
She left. So we can't listen to Jenny.
All right. Last call.
Junie.
No, Farzana had to leave. All right, guys. Thank you. Happy birthday, Mama.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Happy 120.
Bye.
Bye.
Mama,
Say bye-bye, Amaya. Come on, hurry up.
Hurry up.
Everybody's gone.
Wave goodbye. Come on here.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye from Texas.
Please remember mommy in your prayers. Please remember mommy in your prayers. सब जाएंगे. अभी शर्ली भाई दिख रहा है पूरा.
You good? बंद करो? Okay, चलो. Bye bye.
Sugar Nani, go bye-bye.